And welcome back. We're still here into our 5th hour now of searching for a jungle. Since I signed off last time, we've not done anything. I've had a slice of toast, I've made a cup of coffee, which is absolutely terrible because I haven't made instant coffee in fucking years now and the wife's asleep, so yeah, I'm having to fend for myself like a human being, I suppose. And I've looked up jungles and I was spot on. They are most common around deserts and savannas. Mostly deserts, most commonly adjacent to deserts, so we're going to explore the crap out of these deserts. Hang on a minute. Inventory, thank you. Just makes exploration so much simpler. So, as the sun apparently sets, wasn't aware I'd been gone that long, especially given that I paused it while I was gone. But let's shoot around the outside. Now I can hear my dressing gown again bumping on the microphone. I apologize for that. Still bumping. I shall move the cord further down. Will Cookie Monster ever get his cookie? I am starting to doubt it. And even worse, as I mentioned, I'd had a piece of toast. Yeah, I've got one of the seeds stuck in my tooth now. Yep, first world problems. So we're not even bothering with that village, because they're not going to have cocoa beans in the chest. They're not going to have cocoa beans to barter. Damn it. Didn't quite intend to collide at that kind of speed, but we did. Holy crap. Did you know there is a lot of zombies out there, dude? Huh, you don't say. Come on, where's my eye key? Thank you, is that it? Thank you. So, looks like we're going to have to sit. Oh no, we can sleep now. Yay, sleep. Farm some EXP while we're here. Oh no, stop, don't eat them. What do I care? I was just going to do that to all of their homes anyway. We don't have any dynamite, do we? No, I didn't keep any after that last one. After I used that last one to obliterate the single building. Dynamite really is a lot of fun in this game. I've created worlds before just for the sole purpose of blowing them up. Repeatedly blowing all the way down to the bedrock. Because, well, why not? As Nelson would say, gotta nuke something. So are we still counting up? We are at 24,000. Ouch. That looks more like an oak than a jungle tree, but it's also particularly green. So it does have my interest. Let's go check it out. Jungles are green as all get out. There is no mistaking them when you see them. At a distance, it is possible to overlook them. That, however, is not a jungle. It's more of an oasis. It's more of an oasis in the desert. I suppose that's the biome, not just a forest. Oh. And of course it doesn't help that the most common trees we are seeing share a very similar silhouette with the jungle tree. Only real difference at a distance being that jungle trees have a much thicker trunk. Good luck spotting that from far away. Yep. Sand. Lots of sand. Miles upon miles upon miles of sand, assuming I knew roughly how long a mile was. Which is odd because I've always worked in inches, in feet and inches myself, despite having grown up in, you know, a metric country. Grew up with parents that, well, a mother that used feet and inches, and so that was just what I used. And so, well, that's the thing. So even though I've used every other metric measurement, it was just always feet and inches. But no, I've no idea how far a mile really is. I think it's 2 or 3 Ks. Or something like that. Supposedly something quite impressive. That's not nothing. Certainly not in any way advantageous to us. Doesn't move our quest along one way or another. But it's a thing, and while I'm running I'm going to attempt my coffee. Oh, that's horrible. Ah. To the wife, if you're watching this, this is what happens when I'm left to fend for myself. Can't even make my own coffee. I suppose I could have lifted out the grinder and made a mess for everyone, but not a very considerate way of going about it, given I'm the one that's up at 3 AM. And more desert. Yay. Let's trace along the edge here. So we've got that river. The plains. Better eat something, just so that we can recover our health. Well, it's not looking like much at the moment, is it? Just taking the view while I quickly scratch my nose. And drink the coffee. It's not a bad view. That shape. That shape has me curious. That looks like a spruce tree. Yes, that's a spruce. What would be good is some way of digging through sand that you could buttress it as you go so it doesn't collapse. Because this is useless to tunnel into. It's just slightly yet less useless gravel, and holy crap, that was close. Are you an evil bunny? Are you an evil bunny? No. Okay, I trust you. You look like a trustworthy bunny. Oh, and we'll have to make camp for the night. Apparently it's not night enough yet. Come on. Come on, we have literally sat here watching the grass grow. Thank you. Oh, at least the coffee helped warm me up a little, I guess. What can we get rid of? Oh, we don't need that. Holy crap. Why did we even have that? Little baby bunny, mummy bunny and her little bunnies. Lots of bunnies. Really does feel like we're coming up on the edge of the world. Just the way it's tapering off like that. Do we have wood? Yes we do, we can make boats. And, to be frank, we are never going to use those emeralds. Enjoy, bunnies. I hope they bring you good fortune. What is that? Swamp. Just a swamp. Something that got my hopes up though, that's for sure. So let's get over there, and would you believe, a 4th monument. So for those interested, I cannot believe that. We have had 4 ocean monuments, a mushroom biome, a zombie riding a chicken. I think we're up to 4 tombs? 4 or 5 tombs? Lost count of the villages. Yet not a single fucking jungle. Oh wow. 5. Wow. That's just cool. 2 so close together like that. Yeah, it is. It's the sound effect there is, as you can see, they don't take shit from anything. Well, yeah, well, we're not sticking around. Now in there are 3 big ones of those. They're pretty big. They barely can maneuver around those monuments. They're so large. And until you've killed all 3, you'll get trolled by that little hologram over in front of your view. Now I am backtracking a little bit here to see if there's anything. My mining fatigue. Oh yeah, that's what that hologram thing does. Stops you being able to dig, which means you can't mine out the gold while you're under there. Now when you factor in as well the natural underwater impairment penalty to mining, it really is crippling. So yeah, ill-tempered sea bass with frickin' lasers. Sums it up pretty well. And is it? Oh my god, no. Okay. Yes, I thought we had an ice spikes. I may have jumped the gun again, thinking we had an ice spikes biome. I'm mightily impressed that we had 2 monuments so close together though. That was... Now that's the thing, they're rare. They're like the ocean equivalent of dungeons, except you can't turn them up. No, or a desert tomb, or I don't know, I was about to say a nether stronghold, nether fortress, but those things are actually pretty common, at least in the earlier versions. I know in 1.7 I can't stop finding them. 1.8, oh really? 1.8 not so easy, but 1.8 I don't have a map mod. I do use an auto map in 1.7. Trees. It's a tiger. Lots of tiger and a birch forest. Again, keeping the ensign happy. Another little floaty bit in the sky. Nothing particularly remarkable about that one though. So we'll loop around this way. Just because it looks like we're landlocked on that side. Give us a chance to replenish our wood stock too, I suppose. Well, it looks like we're landlocked. So, whoa. That's all tiger that way. See what I mean about the mining fatigue? That's a shovel on sand. So we'll give it a little while before we go trying to mine anything. When you're in there as well, it's very dark, and so again, the inability to just dig through something can often mean that one ends up drowning. Come on. Thank you. Okay, more wood. Matchstick trees, I think they're nifty. They're naturally occurring in the sense that they generate with the world, but they will not grow if you plant a spruce tree. So in that respect they are unique, and I don't know, I think they'd have to be finite. I can't believe that the world carries on, because if the world is infinite, what is the point of random seeds? Surely at that point, if the world is infinite, we're not talking about random seeds creating separate worlds, but rather just different starting points in the same world. Because just as the world is infinite, so too the combinations of biomes and arrangements of biomes, placement of objects, is also infinite. And so what I'm seeing here will eventually repeat itself in someone else's game. Come on. We are still, yep, still counting up to 26,000. And still no jungle. Looks like we've got another swamp. I can hear a skeleton. Hey chickens. Dear Lord. Oh, what are we up to? Day 15? Day 23 and still nothing. So again we tuck in for another evening.